Up very early this morning, first cast on the canal, and it's a small roach. As far as the filming's concerned, this is improvisation. I have an old microphone stand, a selfie stick that's taped to the top, and then I fit my iPhone into that. When I got here today, I knew the selfie stick was going anyway. They don't last forever. It's only from Pound World, and the top had broken off. I've got no tape. I couldn't repair it, but I've improvised. Well, you can't see, of course, but I've slotted the phone between the shaft of the selfie stick and the microphone stand, and I've wedged it. So I'm not going to be filming from any different angles this morning. I've got it there, it's fixed, and it stays there. But I'm here to fish, not to film. So that's the important thing. But it is nice to capture your sessions, of course, on video. And hopefully some fish as well today. My last two outings, one on the canal, one on a reservoir, resulted in just one perch on each occasion. And talking of perch, that was a very opportune moment to mention my favourite fish. There you go. Just a small one, but it's a perch. Third cast, and no sooner had the bait hit the deck, another perch. I have the feeling this is going to be a very busy fish-filled session indeed. Not that I'm complaining. And talking about improvisation, there was some tape on the selfie stick previously. It's just about got a certain amount of stickiness to it, and I've had to tape it around the iPhone, so while I'm looking at the screen I can just about make myself out, but I'm looking at tape wound around the phone itself. The things we do, eh? I'm getting a bite every cast. As of yet though, I haven't needed the landing net. That was a little dip on the float. I struck, nothing there. Back out again, and I'm feeding mixed maggots and brown crumb. I do carry a big tub. That's not actually full to the brim, but there's a fair amount of crumb in there. And then I have a smaller tub inside. And what I do is I just mix up a certain amount as I go along, because if you just do it all in one go, it might be too much. You might not bring enough with you, so I keep the dry crumb there and then mix it as and when. Works well. And the maggots, keep those in the fridge at home. I have a very understanding wife. Now there's a little section at the bottom of the fridge, and that's where I keep my maggots. The mild spell continues. We've been sleeping at home with the bedroom window open, and just missed one then. And I was up with the dawn chorus this morning, so very early indeed. Not light properly, but just as the sun begins to have an effect on the darkness, it's like a switch, and you'll get one bird that starts it, and then another joins in, and another, and then before you realise it, you've got a full orchestra of birds going. And as I'm a keen naturalist anyway, what I do is I pick out the birds in the mix of everyone joining in together, and I'll listen and think, that's a blackbird, that's a song thrush, that's a willow warbler, a chiff-chaff. And together, all those individual birds make up the dawn chorus. It's It's a great thing to listen to, and this is the time of the year when it's at its best. You get birds singing during the winter, but not like they do in late spring and through the summer. So if you are up and about, just as the day is breaking, it's worthwhile listening to the dawn chorus. And I would go as far as to say, even if it's just once in your lifetime, set your alarm at 3:30 at the moment, or whatever, because the days are quite long and the nights are short. Just to listen to it. It might be on your bucket list of things to do in your lifetime. I would recommend it. It's great, and especially if you can get to a place where it's quite rural, lots of birds, woodland, that type of scenario. Definitely worth a listen. I'm fishing with a Gray's Prodigy TX. That's a float rod, 12 feet. It's a Shimano 3500 reel. That's loaded with 4-pound Maxima Chameleon. That goes right the way through to the hook. The float there is a small Drennan 0.6 gram. Perfect for the canal. Don't have to cast too far. And then, as I'm trying to get into the centre of the screen again through the tape, a size 14 Drennan Super Specialist hook. And as I often refer to, that shot there, a few inches away, that's the anchor shot. So that even when there isn't movement from a boat coming through, you'll find that often the closer you are to a lock, for example, or just generally if there's water coming through, leakage from a lock, that there is a certain amount of movement on the canal system. So that shot helps to keep the bait firmly on the bottom. I tend to think, what's the highest line strength or the biggest hook that I can get away with, as opposed to how low can I go. And 4-pound through to a size 14, that's working very well for me today. Certainly not putting any fish off. I've been getting a bite every single cast, and the float goes there. Do I need the net for this one? I think I might. Let me disappear for a moment. I'm back. Actually, I didn't. It's not a massive fish, typical of the ones that I've been catching though so far, and that one needs the disgorger just inside the mouth, but I'm not going to poke around. I'm going to get the disgorger, and I need my glasses for this, my reading glasses. Put that like that, tighten up. It's been a very busy session indeed, and I've just added my 4th species. It's a lively fish as well, a small bream. I think it wants to go back. Let's grant this fish its wishes.